up and on my own solo journey from Abilene, going all the way to Albuquerque. So it's gonna be a good 8-hour drive, one fuel stop along the way, and hopefully good weather, good traffic, and a good drive. So let's see how this goes.
While Brent headed to New Mexico, I was still back in Dallas to find out why I was in so much pain. Though his drive was long, it was a pretty easy one. The first half, through the Panhandle, was filled with endless miles of flat fields and windmills, but once he hit the New Mexico border, the scenery changed completely to that of desert, shrubs, and rocks that you could see miles down the road. After 9 hours, he finally made it to our new home for the next month, a KOA north of Albuquerque near the Sandia Mountains. From my research, the park had good ratings with decently long sites, good amenities, and it was near the city and airport, which made it easy for Brent to catch a flight out for work. However, once Brent got there, it was soon realized that the sites were a bit more on top of each other and not as long as we anticipated. So for our large rig, it was a tight squeeze, but we managed to make it work. With COVID closing most of the city, there wasn't much for Brent to do that week outside of working and taking occasional walks around the campground and Sandia Mountain area. All of the park's amenities were closed, but he could still enjoy the decor seen throughout the campground. After a week with some pretty sunsets, Brent was back on the road again, but this time to meet my family halfway to pick me back up. Due to COVID restrictions, pain management doctors weren't able to help me back home. That meant I could rejoin Brent and I would just have to wait out the pain with the help of some pain medications, however long that may be. Upon arriving back, Brent surprised me with a delicious pot roast dinner and beautiful flowers since he wasn't able to be there with me as I celebrated my birthday the week before. The next few weeks I was still in a lot of pain, but I tried to push through so that way we could enjoy the beautiful area around us.
Out here in 2020, doing our social distancing. Out on the trails. Yeah. Distance on the trails north of Albuquerque here. Up around the Sandia Mountains. Just outside of Placita, which has all these neat little adobe houses and stuff. Really nice little area.
That's my first time working out since I've been sick.
Yeah.
So it's a good little exercise needed.
Yep. Hardly a person around, so can't complain. Although we do have people pass us, I suppose it's within 6 feet
So
on the trail, but they're generally blowing by on mountain bikes. So we're just walking at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
We finished our hike a little ahead of sundown, so before we went back to the trailer to cook dinner, we decided to pull over and watch the sunset on the mountainside.
So what you got going on?
I am making chicken fajitas.
Ooh, my favorite.
Got the onions and peppers sauteing over here. With some soy sauce and butter, and then I do the chicken separately up until that's been seasoned, and then I'll add them together. And then we do them with corn tortillas instead of flour. Dinner is served.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Looking good.
For our first exploration of the New Mexico area, we decided to drive north to check out Pecos National Monument and to see the city of Santa Fe.
Pecos National Historical Park, and social distancing is going on, so as you can tell it's a beautiful day, but this parking lot is pretty empty.
And it's one of the only national parks that is actually open in the state of New Mexico. So the trails are open, their visitor center is closed, but the trails are open and they're going up to some ruins, so at least we get to go see something.
Yeah. So at least there's a little something to do, and luckily not a lot of people here, so it should be easy to watch our distance and yet still get out for a nice little hike and enjoy the day and go see some stuff.
Day.
Yeah. So cool, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Ruins along the trail reveal the culture of the people.
Not getting more clearance. Oh. So we are keeping our eyes open at this point because we just had a couple of people walk past us telling us that they've moved rattlesnakes a couple times over the last couple of days that have actually been out on the trail.
Yeah, there was a 4-foot one yesterday that they said they got moved. So yeah, we're definitely keeping our eyes peeled right now.
Yeah, but aside from that, it's really pretty out here. It's a nice place.
Yeah.
Great little walk. So the people that we ended up talking to are actually owners of a storage place that's down in Deep Ellum, back in Dallas, where we're from. We ended up talking with them for a moment while they're sitting on a bench, keeping our distance, of course. But yeah, very friendly people, and you mentioned a number of things about this area and other areas around here, and of course, places to go visit and all that, some of which we know are closed right now.
Yep. Unfortunate timing.
Yeah,
but it's still a beautiful area that at least get out and go hike on what is actually open. That way, not only are you getting exercise, but you're also getting a pretty view.
Yeah. Yeah, they mentioned that this place apparently is just not discovered by the bigger cities that are around, Santa Fe and Albuquerque, because it's just empty, and they come here almost every day. They live 10 minutes from here, despite owning a storage place back in Dallas. I'm done here, head back to the truck, go check out Santa Fe, and then I guess figure it out from there. Yeah, go do a drive-by tour of Santa Fe, and then it's back to the trailer again.
Yep. Driving along, we came across this.
right onto Lincoln Avenue, then you will arrive at your destination.
This is a cute little square. It's the Santa Fe Plaza. As you can tell, there's not many people here. So you can do pretty good with social distancing. It's just a cute little square. Unfortunately, everything is closed around it. It would have been nice to go in some of these little stores.
Here the poor girls they want to marry. Oh, those rich girls they love to flirt. One other wino wants another drink of wine. The politicians they want your vote. Yeah, but me I don't want nothing. Oh, but I'll take another toke. Oh, I ain't never had nothing from no one. Yeah, now I didn't get it on my own. Oh, now you don't like the way that I'm living. Leave old Johnny Lloyd alone. Well, now if you don't like the way that I'm living, oh, you leave this old country boy alone.
It was weird seeing Santa Fe so deserted, but it was nice having the streets pretty much to ourselves. The churches were beautiful, but my favorite part about the city was walking past all of the amazing statues at the local stores. Since the majority of the shops were closed, our tour of Santa Fe was rather short. We look forward to returning to get the full city experience in the future, post-pandemic. Aside from the views of rolling desert hills and distant mountains, there wasn't much between Santa Fe and the campground. We did come across this interesting Mormon Battalion monument. It was next to the remnants of a long-closed outlet mall. In our next video, we will conclude our visit to New Mexico. Thanks for joining us on this journal-worthy journey.